Hello, I am Tillman, the only guy on the internet that doesn't know everything, and welcome to the Anniversary Show, where I celebrate an album that was released 10, 20, and 30 years ago, and today we're talking about The Predator by Ice Cube. While I have your attention, please don't forget to like and subscribe, hit the notification bell, and leave a comment. Don't forget to check out my other shows, Never Heard It, where I talk about classic albums that I never got around to listening to, and It's Been a While, where I talk about albums that I loved as a kid, but for whatever reason I stopped listening to them. Alright, F Billboard and the editor, here comes The Predator. The Predator was released on November 17th, 1992, so if you're watching this in 2022, it is 30 years old. This is Ice Cube's third album after leaving NWA, and like all of his solo albums, it was released on his independent label Lynch Mob Records, distributed by Priority. It was released just 7 months after the 1992 Los Angeles uprising, which is something that is commented throughout the album. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 200 charts, and to date, it is his only #1 album, and it is currently double platinum. I talk a lot about Ice Cube on this channel. The first episode I ever uploaded was NWA Straight Outta Compton. I did an episode on America's Most Wanted and Bow Down, and here we are talking about The Predator today. I was initially going to talk about UGK's Too Hard to Swallow, but I did something I never do, and I asked people to vote for an album they wanted me to talk about, and here we are. But before we talk about that album, let's see what else happened in November. War the World is a Ghetto was released on November 1st, 1972. Michael Jackson's Thriller was released on November 30th, 1982. The Bodyguard soundtrack was released on November 17th, 1992. Missy Elliott's Under Construction was released on November 12th, 2002. And Alicia Keys' Girl on Fire was released on November 22nd, 2012. Ice Cube's first 3 albums start with a reference to Payback. America's Most Wanted starts with, I heard Payback's a motherfucking nigga. Death Certificate starts with Goddamn, it's a brand new payback, and The Predator's opening song, When Will They Shoot, starts with Goddamn, a motherfucking payback with a twist. The song is mostly a rebuttal to accusations of anti-Semitism he faced due to his references to Jerry Heller as a Jew on No Vaseline, an accusation that haunts him to this day. He also sneaks in a subtle dig at NWA with Standing Strong while others run 100 miles, but I never ran, never will. Next, we have one of the hardest hitting Ice Cube songs ever, Wicked, produced by Torture Chamber and featuring Don Jaguar. This is one of my favorite songs from this album, even though Common used this music video to make fun of him back when they were having their feud. On the now infamous The Bitch in You, Common says, "Your lease is up at the crib house, niggas get evicted, and videos with white boys talking you getting wicked." The white boys in question are Anthony Kiedis and Flea from Red Hot Chili Peppers, in case you didn't notice. This song was also Ice Cube's first single to enter the Billboard Top 100. So after all the fury of Wicked, Now I Gotta Wet Ya, and the title track that all address the 1992 LA uprising, we get what is arguably Ice Cube's biggest single ever, It Was a Good Day. A song that is decidedly the opposite of everything that we know about him. The video was directed by F. Gary Gray in his directorial debut. He would go on to his directorial film debut with Friday a few years later. Actually, his first video was for his old classmate WC from WC in the Mad Circle. In fact, the reason WC gets a cameo in Friday is because he promised WC that if he ever got a chance, he would put him in his first movie, and he kept his promise. Ice Cube told Blender magazine in 2008, the inspiration for It Was a Good Day was my life at the time. I was at the top of the rap game. It was the summer of '92 and I was in a hotel room really in a state of euphoria. I had all the money I dreamed of. I was in a good frame of mind, and I remember thinking, okay, there's been the riots. People know I will deal with that. That's a given. But I rap all this gangster stuff. What about all the good days I've had? But unfortunately, the euphoria doesn't last long, and we had to tear this motherfucker up. While practically every song on this album addresses the uprising in some way, this is the first song that is a full-on assault. Produced by DJ Muggs, Ice Cube names names and takes no prisoners. My personal favorite line is, I told you what happened, you heard it, read it, but all you could call me was anti-Semitic. Dirty Mac and Don't Trust Him are songs about how you can't trust women, although on Dirty Mac he does take shots at Billboard magazine and the Guardian Angels for trying to ban his music. Then things lighten up a little bit on the second edition of Gangsta's Fairy Tale 2, which is a song he hasn't revisited since his first album. Now we get the third single from the album, Check Yourself, featuring Das EFX, and Ice Cube really loves Das EFX. He references rapping like them on the title track, he samples them from the hook on Wicked, and he has them on the original and remix version of Check Yourself, yet I don't think there's a song where all 3 of them are rapping together. The music video is a continuation of the It Was a Good Day video, and instead of getting F. Gary Gray to direct the video, Ice Cube directed it himself. Apparently the day before he had a good day, he murdered a bunch of people and left them in his mom's house. And now he's being hauled off to county jail, which is where the video starts. While It Was a Good Day and Check Yourself both charted about the same, It Was a Good Day went gold, while Check Yourself is now certified platinum. The album ends with Who Got the Camera and Say Hi to the Bad Guy, which are two sides of the same coin. The former about police brutality and the latter about retaliation. The last sound we hear is of a gun presumably killing a police officer. And that's The Predator. And in a nutshell, that's Ice Cube. Bold, direct, sometimes over the top, but unflinching in his convictions. And if nothing else, you have to respect that. Not everything on this album holds up to scrutiny, like the homophobia and the misogyny that runs through it, but there is a warranted anger that can't and shouldn't be ignored. If you were to tell me that you like his previous two albums better, I wouldn't argue with you. But in my opinion, this album is his apex. Because it was created shortly after the LA uprising, most of the songs are dedicated to that topic, and because of that, it feels more focused. And because unfortunately police brutality is still something we're dealing with today, it feels more timely. The frustrations that he was feeling then are some of the same ones we're feeling now. So happy anniversary to The Predator, and catch me next time where I'll be talking about War and Peace Volume 2 by Ice Cube. Just kidding, I'll be talking about The Chronic by Dr. Dre. This is Free Tillman, the only guy on the internet that doesn't know everything. Peace.